stairs and then we'll get in there.
And then we'll do drug work offs?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. So do you want to practice drug work offs again, everyone?
Yeah.
Great.
Take it a 1, 2, 3.
The dogs are
in the halls and shut up or die. Drug war cops are raiding the school. A shiny tin badge makes everything right. Your A student sleeps on concrete tonight. Drug war cops are raiding the school. There's no recourse to justice, no reasonable doubt. They'll jail the good and bad alike, let the system sort them out.
Your record is watched, you've broken your arm. Good thing we're here to keep you from harm. Drug war cops are raiding the school. Any day now we'll raid your school.
Through the weed!
And the drug war.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, he says. Heck yeah!
I mean, I was thinking about going right and going up in front of the library.
Okay, cool. Yeah, let's do that.
But we can go down to High Five.
Yeah.
That's right. And then go left in between the buildings. Is that what you're talking about? I think we're going left after.
Yeah. And we'll after the library.
Go after the library. High Five. Because we're talking about drugs and they don't give us permits for that.
They really don't.
Yeah, there was a cop or campus police over there watching the hi-fi earlier when we walked by, so.
They usually will give us permits, but they like restrict what we're allowed to do. Like, we're never allowed to amplify any of our sound.
Oh, really?
It's like normally because it's during the week, or so they say. But we've never been able to get a permit like across for that. And like this year they took any sort of like selling, like distribution off the table. We had a couple of vendors last year from like local like shops, and they were allowed to, sell on campus. But this year they just took everything off the table.
Wow. Seems a little excessive.
It's extremely excessive.
Sounds like they don't like the message.
Yeah, UNH is pretty weird because there's essentially 2 police forces that always have like, jurisdiction on campus. There's the UNH police and then there's the Durham police.
Yep, that makes
in addition to the feds, so it's like police state.
Yeah, plus they probably have local, like, just regular security as well, right? That's different than UNH
security.
police.
Yeah, they don't carry guns or anything. They can just like let you into buildings, but it's still another group of people that get you in trouble.
Yeah, another authority figure that thinks that they're gonna...
Right, because we need that.
Yeah, you've already got 3 of them.
Right. It's more on my bank account.
Ready?
Marijuana. We like smoking marijuana. Take
a hit, you know you wanna.
We'll smoke it every
Day. Mary, marijuana. We like smoking marijuana. Take a hit, you know you wanna. We'll smoke it every day.
Yeah! War on drugs!
Everyone on drugs!
I love drugs!
drugs is a war on you!
Where is he? Is he hiding behind the tree like before? My friend sent me a picture of this event and there was a cop hiding behind it.
Yeah, when we were walking up, that's probably the one that we saw, but he was just standing like right on the path up there.
Yeah,
He was standing out in the open, but...
Yeah, they usually identify themselves well. That was the first time we had like heard of them hiding behind trees. Well, with the exception of when they hide in the woods and wait for students, because they do that all the time.
Do they really?
Yeah, they like, so every year they obviously get a bump in their budget because they arrest enough kids to like warrant it, and then all of their, like they hired new, like I think it was 6 new police officers when I was a sophomore, and they put all of them in the woods. Like a friend of mine went on a ride along with a police officer because he was studying criminal justice, and they went and spent an hour and a half sitting behind the mini dorms where we just were a little while ago.
Really?
Just sitting in the woods waiting for someone, and like generally waiting for them to get high first, and then harass them about drugs, arrest them, bring them down, do the thing. And like obviously students, no matter how hard we try, never have the full knowledge of their rights, and always get taken advantage of by the police that for some reason want to like get rid of kids' ability to like learn and be productive, even if they're choosing to use drugs. It's so sad. Like a friend of ours that's part of our organization, 4.0 student, is an astrophysics major, and he got completely screwed the other night when he was at a party, and risking taking away all of his financial aid and everything, and it's just it's a mess. It's a mess. Like
that's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. And he said something to the policeman like that, I have a 4.0, I'm not a bad kid, like why are you doing this to me? And he said like, oh, you're Mr. 4.0, huh? Maybe you shouldn't be using drugs. And it's like, apparently drugs have been working for me because I have a 4.0 and I smoke weed every day, so.
Maybe if he wasn't using drugs, he would have never gotten into college.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's just it's a weird place because everyone here is kind of like all the students are on the same page, but they're just not like into talking about it and getting out and doing anything about it. So we always face the challenge of recruiting and keeping people engaged with the conversation.
Yeah, because most people don't even realize that if you take it to trial, there's a chance that they're gonna fuck it up just themselves. Like, I mean, that alone is a chance to, the chance that you want to take it to trial. Give them the chance to fuck it up themselves.
Yeah, absolutely.
But then if you fight it yourself, you even have that much bigger of a chance. I mean, I don't know. I've rolled over for him in the past when I didn't know. It's just the fear.
Yeah, absolutely.
People don't know, so they think they're getting a good deal.
Yeah.
They get scared into it.
Yeah, I mean, that's what so much of like the uniform is in itself. It's just scaring you into believing that they're telling you the truth and they're trying to help you. And it's never what it's about. It's about making the money. It's about the end of the day.
I was threatened with prison over a bowl pack because I didn't want to sign a piece of paper. And that's what got me to sign it.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know.
Yeah.
I was just a clueless kid.
Yeah.
And, oh, well, if you don't sign this paper and to do this, then you're going to prison.
Yeah.
And he didn't use jail, he used prison.
Yeah.
And I was like,
even scarier. Like,
I was like, what?
So much intimidation factor goes into it. It's really too bad.
The whole war is just out of control. Oh, come on. No more. No! One more?
Like, I put mine in his phone.
Come on. That's it for stills, I guess.
Sounds like Kings of the Yard.
I mean, I know what I wanted it, but I didn't bring that with me. So what else?
I don't have the necessary reagents.
Right, we have 3 minutes though to figure out something to do on 420. No.
No, I mean, I know what the specials are, and it's a $5 margarita, that's what I'm doing.
Well, we're gonna go after anyway. But let's move to something else because it's almost 420. So what do you want to do at 420?
I mean, I'd like to go by the police station at some point.
By the police station? We're down there right now. That might be really funny. You're talking the little one down here, right?
Yep. Yeah, Durham.
So yeah.
You know what I wonder? Why aren't fast food companies lobbying for legalization of marijuana? Because I really feel like McDonald's right now. I guarantee Adult Swim must be like semi-lobbying, like I'm gonna take.
I mean, just like the money, the ones that do test their employees would save, you know, like they'd save them right there. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure a lot still in there, still would want their employees to be high. Like there'd still be a problem with not getting jobs for a while.
I think it all depends on the method of testing. You know, like say you test somebody's like blood, you can tell, you know, if they're currently under the influence of a drug. But the problem with like, you know, common marijuana is like, you know, if I've smoked 3 weeks ago, that's not going to impede on my ability to be a productive employee now.
Yeah.
You know, like whereas if you breathalyze somebody on the spot, you know they're drunk.
Oh, yeah, but
And nobody wants.
The companies eventually would do that, but it would take a lot longer for them to get it out of their rules than for the government to just like legalize it. Like, once they got legalized it, it's still really well.
Wait, you think it would take longer, like privately, to go through that? I feel
Well,
like
yeah, because
I feel
they
like
have no
the
sudden need to stop the drug testing. I mean, like I think they'll still be against weed, you know.
yeah, that's a possibility. I just feel that like once the government gets out of the way, the private industry is going to take this and like run.
Eventually.
Dude, Philip Morris has already purchased like land in the Emerald Triangle. Like they're sitting, they're waiting. You know, you give it
Philip Morris for what?
what? Philip Morris, the large tobacco subsidiary, they bought like several thousand acres of land up in the Emerald Triangle in Northern California, and basically they haven't, you know, they're not doing anything with it. They've just purchased the land.
They're getting ready for weed.
Well, and they haven't released any statement. They've purchased the land. They're waiting. And I can only, you know, assume that if a large tobacco corporation purchases land, you know, that is known for producing some of the most, you know, potent marijuana in the world, like
Especially in a time where it's becoming more open, I guess.
Absolutely. And I think
Like
that's
the timing of it is key here for them. Like the timing says it all. Like they don't have to make a statement. They already did when they purchased it, and with the timing of it.
and it's enough light has been shined on this issue that it's not. No one's especially surprised. Even the people who are ardently, you know, in favor of prohibition have sort of accepted the fact that conventional wisdom's turning. I think.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of it is what?
I mean, look at Leap. I mean, you know Leap.
Actually, I'm hoping to be working on the Colorado booking team.
Nice.
They're running a big campaign on the ground through November there now. Which,
Garrett actually did a really good interview with Jack Cole up
awesome.
at or down at Extravaganza in Amherst.
Yep. How was
And
that?
it was
we have a
fun.
smaller one here, but
5,000 people or so.
5,000.
Greg actually went up and spoke in front of probably about 5,000 plus people.
Hey!
Woo! But yeah, it's it would be on freeconcord.org. You should check it out.
Okay.
It's very a lot of good information in there.
Yeah, I'm
Just
not,
great interviewing to it
I'm from
overall.
Keene originally, so I'm pretty familiar with Free Keene. I don't know as much about Free Concord, but I've met, you know.
Yeah, it's pretty much just Garrett. I'm kind of helping him now. I did it for I read up for the 420 event in Concord.
Someone's ID.
But
Turn it into the police station.
Oh, hey!
Hey, guys,
Jen.
there's a legitimate reason to be at the police station turning in an ID.
Good find, Barry.
Us evil criminals are doing the right
together.
thing.
Yeah, I'm actually planning on probably moving to the Keene area here shortly.
Oh, okay.
Which is trying to get the 420 events going daily again.
Yeah.
That's one of my goals.
So they definitely got pretty big there for a while.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
Oh, that is so good.
They just kind of lost the leadership and kind of just died off, I think.
Yeah.
And there wasn't really much else
For
for them to do, really. Rich was saying. I talked to him briefly about it a little bit.
At a certain point, the statement's been made, you know, and our cops are raiding
The school pin badge makes everything right. Your A student sleeps on concrete tonight. Drug war cops are raiding the school. There's no recourse for justice, no reasonable doubt. They'll jail the good and bad alike, let the system sort them out.
I actually gotta turn this on. Oh, the flag. I actually gotta turn it on. Are they closed? Are they closed or? Yeah. Friday, yeah, they're all closed. Damn it.
Some protection they are.
None of you were there.
They already spent their money hunting weed.
I've been assaulted, but there's no one here.
You could slip it under the door.
Is that where we're going? I'm down to go in that direction. Obviously.
There was a,
One down. Wow, there's like a
yeah. Down around that way. Behind that
Stabbing
building.
behind there.
And then there was
Where
a,
those four cops got shot.
Oh no, that's in Greenland.
Oh, no,
That's in Greenland. Yeah, that's south of here.
but there was a New Hampshire, there was a UNH guy there on the drug policy force. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not drug policy force.
Wait, just around here you're saying someone was stabbed? Just around here, so you said someone was stabbed?
Yeah.
Well, behind.
Yeah, behind that next
See that big
building.
dorm right there?
That's Stoke. That's like
The one
the
that's already
big
built or the
infamous-
one that's in the
The
process?
one that's already
of being
built.
Yeah, that's already
Okay,
built. That's a
back
new
behind
business
there.
school, and that's a huge dorm.
Ah.
Yeah, somebody got stabbed,
Wait,
shot,
I
they
just heard
stabbed
him.
like right now.
That's heard him whooping.
The question is, did they find who did it?
I don't know.
I doubt it.
I can't remember.
That's what I'm
not
thinking.
sure.
I highly
There's been a
doubt it
lot of
because they're
those.
too busy trying to bust people for drugs or
And
stopping
the
them for
drug war.
tickets.
Legalize pot.
We want to end marijuana prohibition.
That's it, yeah.
Sweet.
Drug laws are more harmful than drugs themselves.
Shrug it off. Maybe.
Yeah, I think I'd like to end the drug war, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I liked it, but oh wait, no, this guy says no, so we shouldn't.
No, but it's like so funny because all the places that people get hurt, like there was a kid that got curb stomped in A-Lot. Like all of the really well lit areas where like police should be, like because a lot of students go through there from all different directions, you know, and like
Yeah.
nope, they're just sitting in the woods.
Yeah, I was just gonna say they're too busy sitting in the
They're
woods,
just sitting in the woods.
ready to bust people for smoking some pot. When people are getting curb stomped.
Pretty much.
Julie, it's
Garrett had
scary.
talked to Jack Cole at Extravaganza, and he was saying that it's just dismal the clearance rate on crimes these days.
Yeah. They're
Like
spending
murder,
their
rape,
time- Yeah.
assault.
What are they spending their
Why
time
would you
doing?
fight crime when you could go fishing? I mean, because that's effectively what it
Yeah,
is.
get a
Yeah.
grant for it. Like, keep getting grants for your department for it.
Legalize pot. Yeah, pot.
Rhode Island medical.
Yeah.
For you guys.
We're trying.
Vote Ron Paul!
Drugs is bullshit, frankly. Me speaking on my own behalf.
I'm not sure if I should say that louder.
children. I like your mustache. Yeah.
Yeah.
More drugs is more rational.
I think I saw that mustache.
All right,
Facts.
so do we want to go back up?
Facts themselves.
No.
Just make sure that you're visual to the road.
If we're the epitome of rationalists, aren't the people who protest against us irrationalists? And you know who else is irrationalists? Mussolini.
You see, like, nobody likes.
Bam! Yeah. Just so you
especially on the national federal level too, because you know if the state wants to do what they want to do, it's fine. Like you said, 50 different experiments.
You know, like obviously, like public health, fighting poverty, like these are important things, and I don't think anyone's denying that. But I think that we need to sort of like collectively decide, like, do we need force to address these problems? And more often than not, the force we employ creates a whole host of other problems that make it even worse, and then we have to go back. You know,
I almost think liberals should like want more states' rights, just because that way, like, some states could become even more liberal than the federal government, and they'd be able to go there.
Exactly, and even if you're against the idea of socialism and collectivism, I think you would rather have a small, decentralized community deciding the form of government that works best for it than an overarching socialist state that affects people. You know, each person has a less of a say. Such a
Oh yeah, they were very active.
And it's also set up so if crazy Republicans get in and cut everything, it hurts people more than what, you know what I'm saying? Like
exactly.
People on all sides of the
When you have, you know, the federal system inevitably rules lands,
Everybody there.
isn't able to.
I honestly think healthcare could be more close to universal if the states are allowed to like manage it themselves.
Healthcare bill that went through like a year before even Obama.
Yeah, like, and that's why I don't make fun of Romney for having supported it in his own state and then not in the federal.
And the drug war! And the drug war, sir!
Be part of the solution, not the problem.
Oh, have you seen the Rob?
He's got some shiny, fancy little ribbons and stuff on his. He looks like he's a fighter of the drug war.
Have, like, one side has a bunch of votes of one political issue, or one side of a political position, and the other side has another direct problem.
What are other examples of flip-flopping?
Free the weed.
Environmental policy.
What environmental policy?
Basically global warming, like whether or not it's man-made.
Oh, he said it in mass.
Yeah, in mass it was, you know, big corporations now, you know, governments talking.
Well, it's not a reason that the head of the Republicans for Mitt Romney was also the kid who used to be a liberal.
Yeah, and like I've talked with kids in college Dems, and obviously they've got to put on a happy face for Barack right now. Like they were saying, you know, if Mitt Romney wins, you know, like one you know, chalk 1 point up for the Republican team, but like in terms of actual,
it's the same reason liberals wanted McCain to win.
Exactly, like they didn't like Santorum, they don't like Gingrich. They're scared, confused, or just like oblivious to Ron Paul. But in terms of like Mitt Romney, they don't want him to win, but if he wins, you know, we've moved from here to like there.
Whatever it's, did you vote in the Republican primary for Ron Paul?
Yeah, I did. I had been Team Johnson, but when he just completely lost relevance at the state level, I'll probably at this point vote for him third party.
Definitely here. I mean, unless Ron Paul runs third party.
Yeah. You know, it's not even at the point where you can vote.
So you won't vote for Ron Paul if he doesn't go third party, or you still will?
I will.
If Ron Paul,
I'll see who would make a bigger impact. Because at that point, you're not voting for who you think will win the presidency, but who you think will make a bigger impact. So I'll gauge out who will. Because I'd rather have like one libertarian candidate get like 10% of the vote rather than each one getting like different percents.